Hello, pals. How's it going? Welcome in. You're watching twitch.tv/1030. I'm 1030, and it's all fucking kicking off. Let me tell you, it's all kicking off. Welcome in. I hope you're doing wonderful. Do you have any good news? Because it's that time of the stream where we share our good news. So if you've got any good news, big or small, please stick it in the chat. My good news is I've just had 2 production meetings for the film that I'm working on with Scroobius Pip. Oh, fucking hell. Thanks for reminding me, Fox. There's something wrong with my stream where every time I start streaming, it just puts me in the Half-Life 2 category. And I played Half-Life 2 once. Well, I mean, I've played Half-Life 2 quite a lot in my life. But I played Half-Life 2 on stream about 2 weeks ago for about an hour or something like that. And it keeps popping me back to the Half-Life 2 thing. So I'm not playing Half-Life 2 today. Sorry if I've potentially missold the stream hang. What we are doing today is a wee bit more exciting. And I need to speak to Valdrakian in chat as well. And John Atfield Dart as well. Valdrakian, we were just speaking about you. So I want to speak to you. And John Atfield Art is my big... you're working on storyboarding as well for the film. So I'm going to be doing some background work-along film stuff today, right? It's not stuff that I can share with you because a lot of it involves people, the personal information, secrets. I'm going to be doing a bit of secrets, right? However, I also want to stream. So what we're going to be doing today is a work-along stream, right? So you'll watch me working away. We might do some Pomodoro stuff. Ross, thank you very much for the hydrate. Look at this. I have taken ADHD medication. And I'm fucking rattled, man. I've also taken I got new coffee beans. I've been ground my coffee. I'm all full of coffee, all full of ADHD medication. And because Ross Race has just redeemed Hydrate, I'm going to get some fucking Iron Brew in me as well. Oh, it's all kicking off, man. Oh, we're going to be so fucking productive. I was supposed to tidy up today because the place is mental and I might have some visitors over on Saturday. However, need to get my head into this film. I've had 2 production meetings earlier. One was with a guy from the film part of the council, making sure that we've got permission to do this, that and whatever else that we need to do, which is really cool. But basically, me, Scroobius Pip and Cade were in a meeting with this guy for the council, and we're like that. Know how this beautiful location that you're giving us? And the guy's like, could we maybe start a fire there? Or fucking disturb the ground potentially? And he's like that. We could give you permission for that. I'm like, no way, man. All you have to do is ask for permission and you can get it. That's incredible. So it's all going quite well. Valdrakian, I would like to speak to you offline because you mentioned that you might know about fairies and stuff like that, and it would be wonderful for us to have somebody on the inside, and I think you might be on the inside, so it would be good to have a wee chat with you as well. So if you could tell me the best way for me to get in touch with you, that would be fucking wonderful. So I've got my business hat on today. I don't actually have a hat nearby. But it's all kicking off basically, and we're having a wonderful time, and it's all being productive and great. Let me start at the top. Hello, Right here. Hello, John the Human. Radio Rendell, welcome in. Tozzy B is in with a wee bit of good news. Tozzy B says, good news. I got given an early finish at work today, so I'm sat on my arse on the couch at 2 p.m. with no one bothering me. Tozzy B, that sounds like absolute heaven. That sounds fucking class, Tozzy B. Hello, SSRIs. Valdrakian says, good pre-evening, 10:30 and all. Hope all's well. All is really good. It's all kicking off. Hello, Shithouse. Hello, Bowdy. Had a wee chat with Bowdy earlier as well. You had your time off extended as well. Amazing. Class. Well, it looks like for this film that we're making, looks like we're going to be shooting the middle 2 weeks of May, probably. Chameleon says, double barrel, good news. My instructor said I should be about 5 weeks away from being ready for my test, and I managed to get a Switch 2 pre-ordered for Argos without needing to sit in a virtual queue or anything. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Everything is coming up Millhouse, Chameleon. Yesterday, just when we're talking about getting stuff, I booked tickets for Inside Number 9. Inside Number 9 are doing a tour. They're coming to the Edinburgh Playhouse. So I got tickets for me and Rachel as a wee gift. So I suppose that's my good news. Hello, Fox Comedy. Welcome in. How's it going? Hello, Blake Sale, Augenblick, John Atfield. John Atfield, storyboards you sent over were fucking class, man. I can't wait to see what else you're working on. Hello, Nora's Day. So John Atfield Art is working on the film that we're working on as well. And chances are that a lot of you very likely funded this film. So I just want to say thanks once again for helping Scroobius Pip make this thing. Norris Day says, hi folks, let's get a co-work on the go. Help me mark these assignments, right? We're going to be doing a bit of co-working today. I want to say hello to you all first. I want to read any good news that you might or might not have in chat. Then we're going to get the tunes on, the same tunes that you heard at the intro sequence. And those tunes were made by my mate Paul, also known as A Quiet and Peaceful Man. His SoundCloud and YouTube links are in the chat. EK Dons, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you very, very much for the sub, EK Dons. Let me have a wee look over here. And so that I can read your sub message properly. And when that's loading up. Oh, I'm on the go, man. There's a fire under me. Today I'm going to get loads of shit done. EK Don says, good afternoon, James. What did you have for your tea last night? I had a dirty KFC. No, I didn't. I had a dirty Tim Hortons. We went to Tim Hortons. And I got a bacon cheeseburger for Tim Hortons. And we were sitting in a car, me and Rachel were like, let's just fuck it, man. And I tell you what, it was good. Hello, John the Human, get bubbled. Consider me bubbled. That's me bubbled now. That's me bubbled now. Thank you very much, John the Human. Thank you very much, EK Dons. I'm all going, man. I'm all fucking going. We're getting stuff done today. The guy for the council, right, that we met, because you don't know how these things are going to go sometimes. So we're basically asking them for favours. We're saying, can we shoot here at this time and we do this stuff? And can we shoot here as well and do this? And you don't know who you're going to get, right, when you're speaking to these people. But the guy was amazing. He was really, really good. Pip came on. He was like, I really like your stuff, Pip. That's amazing. It's really good to get somebody on our side who's already into the things. And he said to me, you look familiar. Where do I recognise you? Have you been on screen before? And I'm like, no, I've been working in telly and film for quite a bit. He's like, have you done anything with Lemmy? I'm like, Twitch? He's like, oh, aye. So hello if you're if you're currently watching. But that's always good as well to have somebody that's like sort of knows who you are before the meeting. So he was amazing, amazing help. And then Cade and Pip and I had a wee sort of post meeting after that, outlined some stuff that we still need to do. But we've got a lot to do before the middle of May. So I'm filled with amphetamines right now, and I'm going to just be cracking on with all of this sort of stuff. Fox Comedy says, I've been doing so well on my weird, rare disease that after losing 5 fucking stone, Fox, and getting all my heart and blood stats back in the green, I'm now off all the meds from today. Amazing. Do you know what you need to do to celebrate? Get in a fucking curry, man. Get in a big Danny curry. Fox Comedy, seriously though, I know you've been through all sorts of mental shite and it was scary for a long time as well. Congratulations, man. That is absolutely dynamite. Cosmetoro says, good news. I got through the tough part of connecting BigQuery to a custom dashboard, so the CEO of my company doesn't need to open too many tabs to see billing data. Amazing. I've heard there's a lot of work right now in just dashboards. So if you're a dashboard maker, I've heard there's good work in it if you can get it. But I've also heard there is really difficult work to do. So well done, Cosmotoro, in getting all of that done. How good is putting the finishing touches on a project when the sun is outside? Oh, Iron Brew. Roland Trader, welcome in. Good news, 1 hour left of work, then off for a long weekend in Copenhagen. That's fucking cool. Amazing. I hope you have a wonderful time. Flower Buffet says, good news, I'm about 7 hours away from a week off, 6 days of work. Look at all of yous getting all your holidays in. Valdrakian, if there's a good way for me to get in touch with you, email, Discord, something like that, send me a private message on Twitch, Twitch or Twitter or something like that, because it would be good to just touch base, because you mentioned that you might have fairy knowledge. Are you on the Focus Eckies? I'm on the Focus Eckies, Bowdy here. I'm flying. Not blinked since I've went live. Aye, my pupils are fucking tiny as well. I've got a sort of what feels like a panic attack, but it isn't a panic attack. It feels like I've got the same amount of energy as a panic attack, but I can control that energy and there's no fear in my heart. And I think that's what these ADHD medications doing. My pulse is through the roof, and maybe at some point I'm just going to crash out. So we'll see. Let's just keep going until that point. Ogden Blake says, good news, an extra work from home day this week, so I have a cat snoring behind me while I work instead of property inspectors. That's cool. How good are we cats? I spent this morning with a wee dog on my knee when I was sitting out in the sun and I was drinking a wee cup of coffee, and it was brilliant. She was just looking up at me. She was like that. It was great. Hello, Ross Ray's, welcome in. How's everybody doing? Rachel's going to have come in and knock him off the ceiling with a broom. Well, I've got a big load of work that I need to do just now, and then after that I need to do loads of tidying up. So I was going to maybe do the tidying up with the phone strapped to my head, but anytime I try and do that, it sort of compromises my ability to tidy up because I'm looking at chat or I'm worried that I've been disconnected or something like that. So this might just be like maybe a 1 hour or 2 hour stream. We'll get the tunes on. We'll all focus on whatever it is that we need to do. So if you're not at work today, you can just do some tidying up, right? You could maybe email that guy back that you're supposed to email. You could book your doctor's appointment or whatever it is that you need to do. Did a big burp there. I can help and plan stuff in that. Workout times, things to know. Amazing, Valdrakian. That's brilliant. I think we've had a DM in Discord before, so I'll check to see if it's still there. Do you know what I'll do just now? Yes, amazing. Yep. I don't know if I said that out loud. Yep. Amazing, mate. Cool. I'm just commenting here so that's at the top of my thing, and I will, when I'm in the middle of a work sprint, I will get back to that properly. But that's great. Amazing. Letting 10:30 start fires risky business. Well, we'll see how it go. Hi, Kate. I'm not doing Half-Life 2 today, sorry. There's something wrong with my Twitch where every time I log in, it just assigns me the Half-Life 2 category. So sorry for doing a bit of a bait and switch. Hello, Kate. Welcome in. How's it going? John the Human, thanks very much for the bubbles. I'm still making my 40 wooden circles, so a body doubling stream sounds ideal. Nice one. Hello, B. Dolan. Welcome in. We still haven't spoken about the Severance finale, B. Dolan. I'm looking forward to that. Give us a shout if you fancy some games soon, even off-stream games. Do you know what I mean? Just to shoot the shit and so that we can gossip about people as well. Still going to be filming on Mull? No, we're not filming on Mull, but we're filming the ferry from Oban to Mull, I think. Filming there and back, I believe. But mainly we're filming in Oban rather than Mull, I believe. Meek Toast says, good news, finishing issue 1 of my comic book today during this work along. Amazing. Amazing. All the very best with Everton Fox Comedy, and it sounds like you're sort of through it. Is that you just all cool now? I don't know too much about it other than it was fucking dire, man. So maximum respect. And here, everybody, you should all be following Fox Comedy. Welcome in, Dad Dibs, John the Human. Caffeine and amphetamines is a pseudo heart attack. It feels like I'm riding a big wave. Feels like I'm on like a razor's edge, right? And if I fall off either side, it could be a hellish mental health panic attack crisis. But seem to be fairly stable so far, so we'll see how it goes. Class T-shirt, thank you very much. Glens, Hutchison, Robertson, and Stepek. I fucked that. All together better. Cudder says I had to give up caffeine. How you doing, Cudder, man? I've very much been enjoying your streams recently. See that drugs game with you, Dolan, and Llama last night? I was fucking pissing myself. You're just chapping doors and fucking a guy with a baseball bat over the head. Amazing, man. It's good to see you in. I had to give up caffeine since going on them. My chest couldn't handle it. When I had a paramedic person because I thought I was having a heart attack during my first panic attack. I thought it was a heart attack, didn't know what it was. And she was asking, like, how many cups of coffee? She's like doing all the things, stuff strapped to my chest. How many cups of coffee do you have in a day? And I was like, well, do you mean usually or like today? Because today I've had about 6. And she just looked at me as if I was a fucking idiot. She's like, well, that's maybe your fucking problem then, isn't it? It's what I remember her saying, but I don't know if she literally did say that. So I had to just stop coffee. And it's only in the past maybe 3 or 4 months that I've started drinking coffee again. But I don't have a lot of these pills. So this is a 30 milligram pill, and it's my last 30 milligram pill. I've got one more pill, which is 40 milligrams. And then after that, I don't have access to the pills anymore. So I didn't know you shouldn't mix it with coffee. So I guess today is a wee sort of experiment. If my face goes red and then I decide to just end stream, you'll know what it is. Because I don't feel entirely pleasant, but I feel like I've got energy in me and I've got stuff to do with that energy. So it's all sort of happening. It's all happening. But it feels like at any minute, like see right now, if I got a big bit of real bad news or something, I feel like that could maybe affect me. I feel a wee bit more vulnerable than usual, but at the same time, I feel like there's petrol in the tank to get stuff done. And as it happens, I've got stuff to get done, so that's cool. So the t-shirt is a company that I used to own called Two Stripe. And I might get Two Stripe back actually, but that's a project for a few months down the line. I've got some other projects to get done first. I've got loads of correspondence to get on with the film. There's former students of mine and stuff that I've got in touch, being like, all right, I'm now doing this with my life. Can I work in your film maybe? I'm like that, potentially. So I need to do all of that. Need to log some stuff as a result of meetings that I've just put together and everything else. So what I'm going to do is see if I can find a way of blurring my screen, right? And then I need to just do loads of correspondence. So what we're going to do is get Paul's music on. How good was that music last time? There is a particular tune, and let's see if we can find it. But I was watching the VOD back. So previously I've done a co-working stream on here, right? And then a couple of days later, I put on my own co-working stream to work along with myself. And it was fucking cool, man. And I remember that one track came on and I just looked down and I had a big smile on my face because it was amazing. But I don't know the name of the track. So it was a really cool drum and bass, sort of early jungle. More early jungle than drum and bass that Paul put together. And it was Paul that got me into all of that sort of stuff as well. So he's the guy that does my intro Starting Soon music. And if you're into all of that, he's a great guy, man. He's just doing it for a wee cupboard, basically, in his house. So check him out on SoundCloud and on YouTube there. We might be jungling. We might see if we can find that one track, because I want to see the name of it and send it to him. And I'm like, mate, make more of these. Please make more of these. But it was him that got me into good music, really, in the first place. I've just realised I haven't breathed in about 20 minutes and the chat's dead, which means I'm maybe talking too much. How are y'all doing, man? So the objective today is, right, I'm going to be doing a lot of work. The sun's out. I'm absolutely filled with stimulants. If you've got any work that you would like to do, you can do it alongside me. We're going to be doing body doubling. Apparently that's really useful for people with different neuro builds in your head, neurodivergent people and stuff like that. And see, even folk that aren't neurodivergent, it's just good to have somebody working alongside you. So if you've got anything you need to do, even just putting a washing on, cooking, any of that sort of stuff, emailing people, any of that sort of stuff, tidying up your files, whatever it is. I don't know what you need to do. But if you've got anything that you need to do, right now might be the time to do it. because I've got loads of stuff to do. So I'm going to get the tunes on, going to get the headphones on, and we're going to batter out tons of productivity. Does that sound good, man? But it's good to know, Cutter, that you had to. Even my tongue's darting about as well. I feel like I'm on something. My tongue's like pure darting about as if I'm on Eckies. Dolan says, good news, I've slept 12 hours, woke up to the Kickstarter at 60% funded. Congratulations, man. And I've left today for the admin I haven't done because of streaming. I'm working along with you today. Amazing, Dolan. Can we do a stream at some point, maybe next week, where you can come on and talk about the Kickstarter? Because I think it's a really cool thing that you're doing. B. Dolan is making a open source record label. Dolan is one of the most interesting folk that I've heard in general, but in particular, he talks about music for a very creative and informed perspective, in particular how the industry is just always changing and how people need to adapt to all sorts of pressures and considerations to just be able to be creative and to do it for a living. So he's got a really interesting idea to make an open source record label, and it sounds fucking cool. And if that is up your street, and if that sounds interesting, check out B Dolan Official on Twitch. And also, does anybody have the Kickstarter link in chat? My head's been elsewhere for the past couple of weeks, so I've not really been over this as much as I'd like to be. Thanks very much, Cudder. So check out that Kickstarter link for Dolan's open source record label, and if that's something that sounds interesting, feel free to support it. And if you can't support it, cost of living crisis, all that sort of stuff, follow Dolan on Twitch and just listen to the guy talk. He's fucking cool, man. He's one of my most favourite people. So I want to get you on here because I've got loads of questions about it. My head's been elsewhere, so I've not been following it as closely as what I would like to, and I just want to talk to you about it. So maybe sometime next week we can fucking catch up with all of that and play games and stuff. Kate says, I've got many thoughts on Severance. It's good, isn't it? It's good. See, because season 2 has just finished, I'm trying to not think about it for a wee bit, but it'd be cool to have a big chat about it all. It's hard to talk about it on stream because no spoilers and all of that. I thought season 2, where I got halfway through, I liked the Ortbo stuff. That was a cool episode. And then for the episode after that, I was just like, I don't know, these decisions are a wee bit weird. I don't know if I'm into this anymore. Oh no. And then it all came together and I was like, aye, well done, man. Well done. So I would like to get into all of that. Cudder says, get the game and let's sling some dope together in game. I'm into it, man. I'm really into it. One thing, though, that I need to be aware of is when I was watching Cudder and Llama and Dolan yesterday play the drug dealing game, what's it called? Schedule 1. There was part of me, a big part of me, see, because the sun's out as well, I'm just sitting there watching this, just itching for a joint. I'm just like, I could text the guy right now and buy some weed and he would skateboard over to my house and I would be able to smoke tonight. But I've learned that if I do that, my productivity for about 2 weeks goes out the window. And right now I can't have that because I've got a lot of stuff that I need to do within maybe the next 2 months. And if I play that game, guaranteed I will buy weed. And if I buy weed, that will have a very negative consequence on all sorts of stuff. So I'm not going to buy the game. And instead, I will play it vicariously via watching Cudder, Llama, and Dolan as well. It's really funny. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you play more of it, particularly when you're all together as well. It's funny as fuck. Maybe turn yourself into a battery using a lemon. I think I could. There is a very particular sort of acidic, bitter smell of sweat that's coming out of this one armpit. Just the one. Aye, just that side. And I think that is a wee bit of healthy anxiety about all the stuff that I need to do and just loads of adrenaline as well. So I think with a wee bit of tinfoil and whatever it is, baking soda or something like that, we could actually turn this into power. Morgan Blick says, I think using med side effects for their unintended purpose is a sign of true mental health expert. I miss time at SSRIs to stay up late to get up super early when I need to. I don't recommend misusing drugs at all, but here I am and I'm doing this. Lumperley says, I desperately need body doubling at the moment. So this is perfect. Amazing. Monkey Rig's tidying the kitchen. Amazing. Everybody look at us being productive. Pablo Diablo says, I'll tidy up your files. Pablo Diablo, I wish you would. See if you want to come over. I'll give you all the passwords. Tozzy says, I have a lot of doing absolutely fuck all to be doing. I'll try my best. Well, Tozzy, I promise to give you really cool music, right? So at the very least, you can just relax, chill out, and listen to some class music. Stream followed by shit talking offline, schedule one game. Aye, alright, aye, let's do it. Martin Hyder, enjoy Severance. Aye, some decisions were weird, Kate, aye, as well. It's as if they are trying to recruit a different crew in Severance or something. So it's as if they have the main crew for season 1. I've just made this up, I don't know if it's true. But for season 2, it's as if they had new faces in, and they were just like, alright, we'll give this episode to you and see how it goes, and we'll oversee it. It's as if a lot of people that worked on season 1 just kind of got promoted to managers or something like that. I don't know what happened, but they redeemed it with the finale of season 2, and I quite liked it. But now I'm just trying to forget it. Gary Black, don't worry, there won't be any spoilers. So if I say Ortbo, nobody really knows what I'm talking about, except for folk that have watched it, they do know what I'm talking about, but I liked it. Don says, looking at who directed the episodes of Severance made me wonder if budget decisions resulted in some of the weird mid-season episodes. Well, what was quite cool is the promo for season 2 looked as if they're spending a lot of money on it. I need to remember to breathe. And apparently it's the highest earning Apple TV thing of all time, which would suggest that hopefully they're going to spend more money next season on it. So that could be kind of cool. However, I've heard that Apple TV is a loss maker. Like, Apple TV in general doesn't make much money. But if you're Apple, like, you can just afford... I think all big companies should have a budget in order to fund the arts, which essentially this is, that doesn't necessarily need to run at a profit, because there are other advantages over just making money. You know what I mean? Like, if Apple can put their logo at the start of something like Severance, or even other, like, smaller budget things that are equally as successful, I think that'll do them more favours than... Like, Apple's got enough money. You've got enough money. Do you know what I mean? Let's just spend it on cool shit, and then it'll get people into what you're doing and buying your MacBooks and all of that. You'd have to give up the Winged Eagle if you smoked a joint. Exactly, Base Embrace. I would have this on every single stream if it wasn't for the bubble blasts. The bubble blasts would wreck the belt, so that's why I don't have it over my shoulder. Knocked on myself last year in July after 20 years of daily smoking and feeling the productivity creeping back. Aye, insect feet, Dan, aye, absolutely. I'm not against cannabis. I'm for legalization and all of that sort of stuff, but for me, I was going Willie Nelson levels, and it was affecting other areas of my life, so I've had to just absolutely remove it from my life, and occasionally I get tempted and I'll go back in, and then before I know it, 2 weeks of my life are missing and I've not done all my things that I'm supposed to do. Base Embrace says, as someone who works in graphics, what did you think of the CGI vehicles in the Cobell episode of Severance? I'll be honest, Base Embrace, I didn't notice any CGI vehicles. I'll rewatch it. I watched it in bed, half asleep. I think the show lends itself to CGI because a lot of it looks hyper real and super real, which means compositing and stuff like that can be done, and it doesn't need to look necessarily photorealistic. I'll need to watch it back if there's any shots in particular, but I didn't spot it at the time. But there's a couple episodes where I was sort of half asleep watching it, just in bed on my laptop. Hello, Cherry Burns. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse than your sweat honking of weed. Makes me feel more para than smoking. Well, it doesn't stink of weed. I've just got like an acrid panic smell. Drugs are some fucking laugh. They are, SSRIs, 100%. Right. Get the TV on, big man. Well, I've got some stuff to do, man. I wondered if the show gave like an assistant director a smaller budget for the flashback episode and saved some budget for the big finale. Aye. I think we're maybe on the same page. I'll be away for the screen for an hour just in case you ask me. Nice one, Valdrakian. Don't knock it, and absolutely in favour of legalisation. Just don't think I can hack it anymore. Aye. Decriminalise at the very least, and legalise it and tax it, man. Imagine how much money we could make if we taxed hash. Fucking yes. But aye, for me, I just need to wrap it. And for the longest time as well, I had convinced myself that I was just as productive if I smoked. And it took me about 6 months after I quit to realise, like, that's not true. I'm far more productive when I don't smoke. However, Rachel says that I'm a better person to be around if I'm still smoking, and that if I've went sort of 5 or 6 months without smoking, I can sort of be not an arse. She didn't quite say arsehole, but she implied it. She definitely implied it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Swings and roundabouts. But that game definitely gave me an itch of just like, I really want to I wanted tan bongs right now, man. And then I had to have a word with myself and be like, you don't really. You do, though. I really do. Beneath Headphones says, good news, I'm down the bowling lanes. Going to get shitloads of strikes. Fucking yes, Beneath the Headphones. Amazing, man. Amazing. That's wonderful news. Listen, everybody, would you like to dig in and we can play, not a game, we can do productivity working stuff. That's barely a sentence. So we're going to be doing a work-along stream today. I'm going to get music on. I'm not going to be talking to you for big stints at a time. And we'll catch up at the end of all these stints for about 5 minutes. We'll check in. We'll see how everybody's doing. And we will declare what we need to get done for the next big stint of time. Does that sound good? Dolan says, I have an itch to fly to Scotland for the rap party and get you high. I would love that, Dolan. For things like that, I am into it. See if I was able to buy like a gram, right, that would do me for an evening, so that when I woke up the next day, I wouldn't have it sitting there. Because I can't do that currently. I'd need to buy like a ½ ounce or something like that if I was going to buy anything. And if I've got a ½ ounce in the house, I really want to smoke it. So what I would need to do is either not buy it at all, or just get tiny bits every now and again for a mate who knows my particular weaknesses. However, if I need to moderate my intake so closely, it's a sign that maybe I've got a bit of a problem with it, which potentially means that I need to reconsider my relationship with it, which maybe suggests that I should maybe just not partake at all. Bye, Dolan, man. If you're in town, I'm getting high, no question about it. No question about it. Insect Feet Dances, honestly, I think I've been self-medicating for neurodiversity and I didn't really understand it until lately. I don't think I need it as much now as I'm starting to get myself. 100%, Dan. I'm autistic. I've been diagnosed autistic. And apparently people who are neurodivergent tan hash or can have alcohol, substance abuse issues, or can be addicted to things like gambling, food. Their food relationship can be poor or whatever. So if you're neurodivergent, in particular, you need to look out for stuff like that. Even just cigarettes, man. Like, if you're autistic, chances are you have been a smoker at some point in your life, and chances are you smoke them like an absolute bastard, man. Just like burning down. So I found all of that out, personally. Tommy Bobbins, welcome in. Thanks very much for resubbing. How you doing, Tommy Bobbins? Thank you very much. But I think a lot of that is to do with self-regulating and self-soothing. I don't have stims. I don't have autistic stims. Quite often I'll speak with my hands and stuff like that, but that's not really stimming. And I think my stimming was at the end of the day when my brain is full and I'm overwhelmed, it's really easy to tan a couple of bongs and sit down and then my body will relax. And I really needed that during certain times of my life. But then it became a habit and then I'm fucking smoking like Snoop Dogg all the time. So I haven't done it for a wee while. Gretzky says Severance is dog shit. Gretzky, you don't need to censor your words in here. You can say dog shit if you want. And thanks very much for your opinion. And welcome. What a wonderful first time chat. Gretzky, what do you watch on television? But I don't censor your swear words. You will be banned if you censor your swear words one other time. Hello, Llama. Welcome in. How you doing? I don't know if you heard Llama, but I really enjoyed watching your playthrough the drug game thing. It was funny as fuck. Is that t-shirt naming vodka brands? No. It's after. Will I show you the video? It was after a thing. Sorry, I can't multitask. Glenn's, Hutchison, Robertson's, and Stepek. So basically, there were multiple electronic goods companies in Scotland in the 90s, and they were all different independently owned companies, kind of like Currys or whatever. Don't know what you would have in America, Target or something like that, but these were all independent. And they all sort of chipped in together for a TV advert spot. So instead of just one advert on TV being for a company, it was one advert for 4 different companies. Glenn's, Hutchison, Robertson's and Stepek. All together better. Dun, 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 dun. So when I started my t-shirt company called Two Stripe, which we've liquidated because we got kind of bored of it, a big part of it was Scottish nostalgia. And so to a lot of people, this means quite a bit because it'll be in their head. And to a lot of other people, it means absolutely fuck all. But check the graphics in this, man. Let's see if it's a bit too loud for you. Where we go. Right, we're ready to start working in just a wee bit. Also, everybody, we've got more time for any good news. If you've got any more good news, please stick it in chat. In the meantime, this is the ad for Glenn's, Hutchison, Robertson's and Stepek.
Despite rising bank rates, who gives you 12 months interest-free credit on our range of Panasonic TVs? Yes, that's right. You still get 12 months interest-free credit on Panasonic TVs at Glenn's, Hutchison, Robertson's and Stepek. You can't buy better. Guaranteed.
So that's just one of them. There's tons. If you're Scottish and of a certain age, Glenn's, Hutchison, Robertson's and Stepek is etched into your brain. That's it. Dun, dun, dun.
For altogether better sound and quality, it must be Technics. For unbeatable prices and still with interest-free credit, it must be Glenn's, Hutchison, Robertson's and Stepek. Altogether better.
I think that was the main one that is in my head. Dun, dun, dun. So I released this as a t-shirt, and Mr. Stepek, the actual Stepek guy, his daughter bought one. And so I've got, sorry about the audio there, I've got a photo of Mr. Stepek himself wearing one of my t-shirts. Is this one of them?
Templeton, keep prices down.
Sorry, this is 40 minutes. Sorry, this is 40 minutes of adverts. We're not watching that. But you get the idea, you get the gist. So these were quite popular, sold a lot of them. And Mr. Stepek himself even got into it. Here we go. Here we go. Anyway. Insect Feet Dan says, it's been far too long since I've hung out in here. Proper lovely bunch. Aye, we're class, man. Honestly, best community on Twitch. Best community on Twitch. There's enough mods in there that I don't need to look at that If they don't, then we get more severance. If they don't, what? I don't know what's going on. I've lost track of what all of that is. But welcome in, Gretzky. It's wonderful to have you in. These pew pew noises are ripe for remix. Aye, somebody should sample that. Brilliant laser hitting off of a 3D extruded Panasonic logo. Hello, Pursue. Afternoon, troops. Yeah, I'm guilty of smoking too many roll-ups and wine due to autistic stuff, mainly when I was hot and bored and restless when I lived in Spain. I used to just chain smoke cigarettes every single day. And when I was a teenager, I think I had a problem with alcohol. So when I was about 15 or 16, I was at a restaurant and ordered just Coca-Cola. And you know the experience you get, like, imagine you've got a glass with some cola in it and a glass with some water in it, and maybe you're working on something and you take the wrong thing, and because it's not what you were expecting, your body kind of rejects it, just like oh fuck, what? So I got that experience when I ordered Coca-Cola at a restaurant, and I knew it was just Coke, but because I was so used to drinking whiskey and Coke, my body was like, what the fuck's that? So at that point, I think I was about 15 years old, and at that point I realised I'm developing quite a problem with alcohol. The fact that my body was just like, what the fuck are you doing just drinking normal cola without whiskey in it, you freak? Get this to fuck. So I stopped. I've not had a problem with alcohol since. I don't really drink anymore. I don't enjoy drinking, I'll be honest. But that sort of dependency fucking latched onto weed. And then I've been smoking weed every single day, basically, since I was about 19 up until about a year or so ago. So I was able to sort of divert all of that. But I think a big part of that is neurodivergent crutches, basically. But I drank all my booze when I was a teenager, and now I'm kind of out of that. Glenn's has my vote for using Eurostyle fonts. Eurostyle's a big belter, isn't it? A big belter. Hello, Zypher. This is probably the equivalent of our modernistic commercial. I don't know what that is, but maybe. Very maybe. Those component sound systems made me feel longing. We should bring back modular hi-fis. Definitely, man. Anyway, give me a link to that. I just typed in, I don't have it up anymore. I don't have the tab up anymore, but if you type in Glenn's, Hutchinson, Robertson's and Stepek into YouTube, you will get, I think they've made about 5 or 6 ads. Anyway, the ADHD meds have worn off. I'm dipping a wee bit, so we better start working sooner than later. Also, need a piss a wee bit? Need a slight piss? Are you aware of Benests of Millbrook? I'm not, Bowdy. No, that didn't make it up here, I don't think. Or if it did, I wasn't paying attention to it. We had various plots for a decent wine for a €1, a large, filled to the brim glass, smashed on 6 to 7 euros, dangerous. I used to drink something called Big Beastie, which was a type of alcohol that was just aimed towards children because you could drink it. It just tasted like juice. You know what I mean? You could drink it very easily. So I used to tan maybe 1 or 2 bottles of Big Beastie every weekend, and then hit Jack Daniels if I could afford it, or Bell's if I couldn't afford Jack Daniels. But Bell's whiskey gave a really bad hangover, really, really bad hangover. So what I would do is filter it using a Brita water filter. And if you filter the Bell's whiskey before you drink it, something happens and it doesn't give you as bad a hangover. But a wee bit sort of shameful to say all of that. But it's in the past, man. I'm an open book. But I'm glad I'm not doing that anymore. We had various plots. Sorry, I've just read that. Have a bang on that. The Major made all his own ads. They're a vibe. Oh, nice. I've got some work to do, man, so I don't know if I can get into this too long. But what I will say is the first second of a rotating hexagon was class. Check this hexagon, man. I'm in. Did you see that? Fucking yes, man. See the shape, the film grain? I used to do a wee bit of work like this circa 2004 or something. Let's have a wee look.
Tip steaks, unique and delicious, with tremendous protein value. These steaks are made daily on our premises, under relentless supervision,
Jesus
to the
Christ.
highest specification, and from the finest beef. And they represent something entirely new. Sold in Jersey only
Hey.
at Denny's of Millbrook and Fine Price, St. Clement's Coast Road. They offer superlative...
Fucking hell. I'm not looking at that because there are people who are watching that might not be into seeing that. It's fucking grim. It's fucking grim. But I really like the advert, and I'm glad that you sent it to me. Particularly the inset shots of the really kind of domestic and grim mechanical operations of it all. I'm going to give that a wee like. Thanks for sending it over, but I'm not going to show the rest of it on my stream because it depicts minced up animals. And a lot of people have got problems with that. Bowdy's asking, is anybody getting little weird Fs? Anybody else having a problem with the connection? Or is it just Bowdy? Thanks for sending that over. My first taste of alcohol was sharing one of those giant plastic bottles of cider on the train down to Brighton. Aye. Get Super Hexagon on when you're on the speed. I could do. But see if I launch Super Hexagon just now, next thing I know it'll be 8 o'clock. And I will be in Hexagonist. But I won't have any of my shit done. And Rachel will come home just like, what? And I'm like, oh, aye, sorry. Thanks for that advert, that looks brilliant. Upstairs Down says, my first alcohol was 15 and snuck a Wicked at the end of a GCSE celebration party. Amazing. I think I did most of my drinking before I was 15. I was ready to overshare there. Maybe I'll leave that for my autobiography or something like that. But I was ready to do a bit of oversharing and just drop some slight trauma on you. But maybe I'll stop. See, when I'm on these pills, need to check myself every now and again. I'll leave that for the autobiography, right? Sorry to tease you there. First time I got steaming was in some sort of pineapple liqueur on holiday with my parents. Amazing. Booze is cool, man. It is really good, but just for me, I need to no partake anymore, really. Okay, are we ready to jump in, folks? Are we ready to do some tasks? I would like to do some tasks, so we'll be doing this for maybe about an hour. After that, I think I'll go off stream because I need to do a fair bit of tidying up as well. The house is in a bit of a state, and I would like to do some hoovering, put a washing on, all of that sort of stuff. But does that sound good? Who's into it? So, if you would like to do a work along with me, right, we're going to stick on Paul's class music, and we're all going to get energised. And I'm going to see, actually, let's see if I can do that just now before I start. So, the fear is, so last time I did this, I'm working away. I've got sensitive information on my screen that I don't want you to see. My address, other people's phone numbers, shit like that, right? So I've got a feature on my stream where if I'm playing a game like this, blah, 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 and then I talk to you, and then I'm playing a game again, then I talk to you, and then I start playing the game, but I forget to switch it over. Mods have got the ability to type !scene, right? And that shows, without me controlling it, that shows this scene. And that means that at any point, a well-intentioned mod could come in, because I've got a lot of mods, right? And they will sit and see me doing this, blah, 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 like that. And a well-intentioned mod that might not know that there's sensitive information on my screen might type !scene, and therefore accidentally doxing people or something like that. You dreamt about the scene command an hour ago? Well, that there is proof. I'm going to tune into David Lynch, right? David Lynch pays attention to dreams and shit. So there's a wee bit of proof because that came into my head earlier. So imagine I'm working away, Gibbs comes in. Gibbs is like, oh, 10:30 is not on the correct scene. I'm going to help out. I'm going to type !scene, going to show off this scene. Bang. Before we know it, use no information that I don't want you to know. So what I'm going to try and do is, before I start, see if we can somehow like blur this scene, just in case that happens. So I'm in here. We can apply different effects to it. I mean, I could just hide it. I could just totally hide it. But I thought we've got a background blur. I don't think that'll do it. It's not the NVIDIA background. Aye. Do you know what? That'll do. That'll do. Cool. So could we try it out? So imagine I'm on this scene, everybody. Llama, if you are still there, could you try exclamation mark scene just now? So I'm working away, doing my thing, blah, blah, blah. There we go. And then if a mod comes in and does exclamation mark scene, bang, you just see blurry stuff. That's cool, isn't it? That's cool. Thank you very, very much for that. All right, I'm going to stick on some of Paul's music. Here's Paul's links in chat. He's a lovely guy and he makes good music. So if you like the tunes that are coming up, feel free to follow him. And without further ado, let's get into it. Hold on, let me just see if there's anything else in chat. You'd left it on your face cam and it didn't work. This is amazing. Cool. What if you had a hold scene to lock it? I jacked on. I mean, I could go in and just manually disable that thing, but I mean, this works as well. This works. But aye, good shout. Massive display of bravery using the same PC for streaming and for work and for pornography as well, Dr. Spod, and for pornography. So this terrifies me anytime I do something like this. At any minute, you could see what the fuck I'm into. My God. Talk about a life-changing scenario. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking make your toes curl. Anyway. Is my dad still in, by the way? Right, where are we? We are saying the speed has connected 1030 to Llama's subconscious. Aye. Llama, can you read my mind? Llama, what card am I thinking of just now? Try to just telepathically communicate with Llama if they're still in. I should write this down. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Okay, let's go in and change it to, what's it called on Twitch? A work along? What is not work along? What's the category called on Twitch? Does anybody remember? Co-working? It is co-working because I remember Counter-Strike came up. Co-working and studying. Going to hit done there. And before we begin, right, what I'm going to do is a big piss. Going to go next door, it's not a card, it's a nudie lady. You need to turn it over though. It's one of the dirty decks. You're right though, I was sort of partially thinking about a nudie lady as well. I'm going to go for a big high-powered piss, right? Get all in the mood and get ready for this to happen. So when that's happening, you consider what you're going to do for the work sprint, and I'll see you back here in 2 minutes, right? Okay, everybody, I think we're all good. I've sorted the dogs out, got some music on. And remember, if you're into these tunes, it's my mate Paul's putting them together, and I think Hal has just put a link in chat there. There we go. Again, you dear ladies. Dearie me. Oh, my back. Remember the time James drank coffee with the ADHD meds and left us on the screen for 3 hours? I had some stuff to do there. I went for a piss, and when I came back, my dogs were in the room, and I had to bribe them to leave with peanut butter, so then I had to have obligations to my dogs. But we've figured it all out. We have... speaking of which, there was a nudie lady in the BRB screen. There we go. There we go. Alright, everybody, are we keen to get in? Come on, we'll get in about it, right? So I'm going to turn up the tunes here. And let's lock in, man. This might be muffled, so let's... Nah, we're all good. Do you need a bit more volume, or is this okay? Alright, I'll see you in about 20 minutes or so. Do you want to pin that llama, please? And thank you very, very much. Llama, hurry up, mate. How we should. Okay, everybody, I think that is that a 20-minute Pomodoro session done there? Lumperly says, that's 25 minutes on my Pomodoro clock. Okay, everybody, it's important to have a wee stretch. Have a wee hydrate if you're into all of that sort of thing. Have a piss if you've hydrated too much. How's everybody doing with all your workload? Is anybody getting any stuff done? I've got a lot of stuff done, if I'm going to be honest. I've got quite a lot of stuff done. What I'm doing currently is... Well, Cherry, I did have a dedicated Pomodoro clock, but I didn't switch it on there, but we might as well switch it on for the next sprint. I just got an absolute power of stuff done. Fucking yes, man. We will get a timer on screen, so there's already a timer up here. Will we do 20 minutes for 25 minutes for the next sprint? We need a wee 5-minute break though, because that's how we do it. That's how it's done. Right now what I'm doing is we sent out a petition for people who potentially want to collaborate with the film. And right now I'm just going through all their stuff, copy-pasting things from a bit to a different bit. So that we've all got that concentrated into the one central location. And that's all very, very exciting. So that's what I'm doing. I've not finished that yet. Do you find it helps more than... Oh, a physical one? Aye. When I was doing Pomodoro properly back in the day when I was at art school, I found a real physical timer. What was that noise? Did you hear a noise? Was that the track? It was, oh no, I think that was a notification here. A physical ticking one worked well because it wasn't connected to a computer. Because the computer is connected to the full internet. It's everything in the world, right? So it meant it's filled with distractions. So when I was doing this back in the day, having a computer switched off and just having a ticking clock next to me really helped. However, what I will say is Paul's music is really working for me. How's it working for you? There is also, if you're into this sort of stuff, a website called Music for Programmers. Not my noise, I hate that sound. I think it was a Facebook notification sound. Is that what we're talking about? And not the current plinky plonky sound that's in Paul's track here. Damn it, James, mute Slack on stream. It's Facebook. It's Facebook. I'm doing work. Listen, I need to keep it open. I'm doing work here. I had something in my... Something I was going to paste in. Aye. I something in my clipboard, something else I was going to say to you, and I forgot what it was. It can't be anything important. Can't be anything important. How are all of you doing? It was Muffly. Sorry, it was important. Muffly, thank you very much for resub and welcome in. Are the bubbles on? Didn't want to blast you mid-flow. You can always blast me, Muffly. I'm really happy about getting blasted. Present Muffly, thank you very much for 21 months. If you're just joining, we're doing a co-work stream. We're listening to music by my mate Paul, Quiet and Peaceful Man. And we are being very productive. We're being productive business boys today, aren't we, everybody? Got a lot of stuff to get done, and I'm slowly but surely bloody well getting it done. So if you've got anything that you need to get done, right now might be the time to do it. Maybe it's just tidying up. Maybe it's doing a washing. Maybe it's writing a treatment for your next big project. Maybe it's trawling through Facebook applications to form a crew while working on your next feature film. Whatever you're up to, I hope you're doing it well. Feel free to declare it in chat. And for the next sprint, what we're doing is working with a countdown timer. If you're into it, you into that? Cherry Buns has banged 2 articles out. Fucking brilliant. Big Scary Deer has just done an absolute power of stuff. That sounds great, man. Fergster's got stuff done. Augenblick says I've updated several installment plans. That sounds good. Where are we? Base Embrace has done the dinner prep. Spuds and carrots peeled and chopped. Duck breast trimmed and fat removed in a single piece for crisping separately. Sorry about that. I will mute that. Did you hear that? I will mute my desktop so that you don't think that it's your... Right, from now on, you won't get those notification sounds, so that you don't think it's your notification. That was me, it wasn't you. From now on, you won't hear that. I've just muted my desktop there. Sorry if anybody was looking for fucking Windows. Right, I think we're ready to tear back in. So here's the deal. We're going to do a 25-minute productivity sprint. At the start of the sprint, it's good to tell yourself what you aim to achieve in the next 25 minutes. I know what I'm wanting to achieve. I don't need to tell you, right? But I know what I want to do. So if you tell yourself what you want to do just now, and we're going to zone out and listen to Paul's tunes. I'm going to start a 25-minute timer right now, right? Good luck, everybody. I'll see you on the other side. Is the music muted? Shouldn't it be, man? Are you hearing the music through this? But not through this? You're not hearing the music now? So if I do this currently, you can hear the music, aye? Like 1, 2, 3, like right now everything's fine, aye? Cool, let me know if it isn't. Cool. Right, I'll see you on the other side, folks. if you just heard an alert sound there, that was my machine, it wasn't yours. Did you hear it? You shouldn't have. We've got 2 minutes left, everybody. 2 minutes left. So maybe look at finishing up what you're doing just now. We're going to have a 5-minute break in 2 minutes. Alright everybody, if you want to have a wee break now, maybe stick your kettle on, maybe have a piss, maybe just have a wee stretch. How did you get on? I got on pretty well. I've got to the bottom of arranging all the stuff that I was going to arrange. Dando, I've taken one of the productivity eckies again. Dando, have you got any more? Because I've only got one left and it's the big one. These are... See, without these, this film wouldn't get made. Hello, Dando. Welcome in. How's it going? It's wonderful to see you. Is everybody being productive? I'm being productive AF. I would go as far as to say I'm being productive AF. Hold on, I didn't start the... So, right, that's 5 minutes counting down. We've got a wee 5-minute break. What's everybody got going? What's everybody doing just now? I have just got back to all the people who have applied to be part of the film. I've then collated all of those applicants into one group area that I can share between all the other production team that are on the film. I've then tried to source some of a big prop that we need. We need one really big prop. By the way, if anybody has got any connection to somebody who owns a camper van or a company that hires out camper vans, we still need one of them. So get in touch if you can recommend anybody there. And then I've listed all the other props, and then I've listed all the other locations as well. And this is stuff I've been meaning to do for a wee while, so it's good getting all of that done. I need to tidy things up. It's not quite in a wonderful order to share with people. But that's what I'm doing. How's everybody else doing? Back on the SSRI, says, I've emptied my dust collector. New cutter on a machine, cutting more circles. All the very best with your circle cutting there at SSRIs. Bob Feast, welcome in. You love the hat? This hat is B. Dolan merch. And B. Dolan was in chat earlier. Don't know if he's still in. He's also doing some working along stuff. But if you like the hat, I'm sure you can buy it on the official B. Dolan merch page place. So type that into Google and you will find it. There you go. Thank you very much. There's the man himself. Dando, you weren't supposed to be in the call earlier. No, So I accidentally sent you a blast, and also I sent Cool Jinzo a blast. So it was a call with a guy for the Film Council. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that Cool Jinzo didn't just fucking show up on the call. Because Jinzo's an amazing guy. But I'd imagine right now he'll be sleeping, probably. And if he's awake, he'll probably be like covered in crisps and stuff. So I'm glad he didn't just pop up. But if he did... Dando's saying, can you check DMs on Disco? Don't know. To answer your question, I don't know. Ask Pip. I've asked a couple of people for that particular role, and a couple other people have offered for that particular role. But right now, I don't think we've decided. So Dando, if you've got a name, if you're suggesting anybody, DM me, and I will add that to the link that I'm putting together just now. Can you hear me just now? I feel like I'm shouting over the music. Let me just turn it down in my ears just now. We've got some... Geezer information. If they get like an Insta or anything like that. So I've got a couple of people in mind. Haven't decided on anybody yet. But crewing up is sort of what we're working on next, I think. Right, let's see who else is in. Who's getting some stuff done? So this music that's really fueling my productivity just now is A Quiet and Peaceful Man. Is my mate Paul. He's a really good guy. And so if you like this music, feel free to follow him on SoundCloud and YouTube. The link is in the chat there. Thank you very much, Hal, for putting the link in chat. And how's everybody doing? I'm doing wonderful. I'm getting some stuff done. I might need to end the stream after the next sprint. We've only got 53 seconds left of this break, but I want to get to the bottom because I need to do some just tidying up in the house. And then I've got another production meeting at 6 o'clock tonight. But welcome in, folks. How you doing? So I'm doing actual work today. I'm working on an area of outstanding natural beauty, which is Scroobius Pip's feature film that I'm producing. And it's fucking class, man. Dolan's just emailed his accountant. Well done. Well done, B. Dolan, man. So I'm all high energy, high octane. And if I can share a bit of that high energy with any use, feel free to get some stuff done. B. Dolan is in. I've completed 60% of the tax bullshit I need to do for my accountant, James. That's a miracle stream. Congratulations. Look at us. Look at us. It's time to continue again, but I want to get to the bottom of the chat before we do, if that's okay. Lumperly says, my thing was fiddly, so I only got 2/3 done of what I wanted. Lumperly, that's the wrong way to look at this. Lumperly, you could have framed it as, I've done 2/3 of a really fiddly thing. You don't need to finish it. See, just getting momentum. I think what you've done there is wonderful, Lumperly. You've done 2/3 of a really fiddly thing. Congratulations, mate. We're about to go in for another 25 minutes. Who knows, you might get that other third done. It's just about chipping stuff away, isn't it? Just about chipping stuff away. Augenblick has finished their installments. That's amazing. Cherry Buns has got another 500 words bashed out. Look at all of us, everybody. Look at all of us getting stuff done, everybody. Congratulations. You've got a full tub, Dando? Fucking hell. That'll change my life. Cheekinander says, I'm not flying through stuff, but the words from the textbook are going into my brain, which is all I ask. Amazing, mate. Amazing. Has anybody else get some stuff done? I nearly showed up lying in my bed, James, for fuck's sake. Sorry. Sorry. I also need to remove Cool Jinzo from the chat. Anyway. Hello, Non-Binary. Welcome in. How you doing today, Non-Binary? Lindsay Jobby, you did gymnastics as well. Dando, I keep meaning to speak to you about Rachel's sister, who I think did gymnastics around the same time as you did. And you might know each other. You might be like enemies or something. You might have gossip. Non-binary, you just got a wheelchair assessment booked in. Congratulations with that. I think that's a congratulations. All the very best to it anyway. All the very, very best. If you're just joining, we are getting some productivity. I'm finally able to go outside. Fucking class, Non-binary. All the very best with that. Let us know all how all of that goes. Sitting here crying because of it, that's some good news. That's some genuinely good news. And then if we're coming into summer as well, do you know what I mean? That'll be fucking dynamite. Okie dokie, are we ready? Hello DC Turner, how you doing? You into it? Right. DC Turner, you're a very productive individual. So what we're doing is shared body doubling, right? I think we'll do at least one more sprint, maybe even 2 more sprints. So right now, tell yourself, you can even put it in chat if you want, you don't have to, but tell yourself the tasks that you need to get done in the next 25 minutes. You don't have to finish them, but that's what we're going to be working on, is your tasks. I've got a set of tasks here that I need to get done in the next 25 minutes. Namely, I'm going to go through a big email chain because I've missed some stuff. So I'm going to go through an email chain, take notes, and then action those notes. And so if that's what I want to do in the next 25 minutes, feel free to write in chat what you need to do for the next 25 minutes. And then after this sprint, maybe even the next one, I'm going to do a bit of tidying because I really need to tidy as well. But I'm getting a hell of a lot done today, so thanks very much for being the fire under my arse that's helping me achieve all of this. And what a wee productive fucking team we've got. Pat yourselves on the back, everybody. We ready to go back in? Harbonaut has done some pixel art on Unreal and taken the rest of the day off. Amazing. Harbonaut, that sounds amazing. I need to teach myself Unreal Engine. Non-binary, that's some really wonderful news, by the way. Welcome in DC Turner, welcome in Lindsay Jobby. Today I'm going to FaceTime my ma, then start on my slides for this PhD interview. That's right, everybody. Dando might soon be Dr. Dando. Need to get your Twitch name changed and all of that. Lamachan says, would you consider doing one of these where people can add their tasks they're doing from chat and then tick them off? Aye, absolutely. I would really like that. Do you know how to do that? What do you mean, Lama? Something like that would be great. See if you can tick things off. Gives us a sense of accomplishment. So you talking about maybe like a technology where people type their task in and it comes up here and we see a big list and then we see it all getting ticked off? Surely the Terrier Darts, are you in? Or TD? Aye. Something like that would be kind of cool. That sounds like a job for Terrier Darts. Or, well, the streamer formerly known as Terrier Darts. A Google Docs or something might even be good as well. I'm not going to take an hour and build that just now, right? But there'll be a lot more of these that we're going to be doing. So something like that, like a shared board of successes would be good, right? So Terrier Darts is really good with Streamer Bot. I'm sure there'd be a way of doing that. I don't think you need to build one. There seem to be plenty of existing ones I've seen on Twitch. Alright, class, man. Aye, let's talk about that. That would be great. So remember everybody, it doesn't need to be big things that you're doing. It could just literally be putting a washing on, you know, like tidying up, cooking, whatever it is. Dolan's doing his taxes, you know what I mean? Doesn't need to be big things, just stuff that needs to be done. Clear out your wardrobe, whatever it is. I don't know what you need to do, but I know what I need to do, and I'm going to start doing it in the next couple of minutes. So we're ready to go in for a big other 25-minute thing. I'm not going to think about the task list thing just now, but I will off stream, and maybe the next time we do this, if you know, or Lama, if you know one, I'm right into it, man. Boona says, next 25 minutes I'm going to eat some crisps, try and squeeze some PlayStation in, and reply to some emails for actual work, so work think I'm actually doing something. Already started on the crisps. Amazing. Boona, all the very best with that. I've been trapped inside for the past 6 months because of mobility issues, hurt a lot, and makes me not want to go out, so having some more mobility would be a real big win. Non-binary, that sounds fucking amazing. All the very, very best with the assessment. Don says, my taxes are a huge thing. I've been procrastinating these for months. Aye, mate. I hear you. In America, tax is different in it because you have to have TurboTax or something because of some weird fucked up corruption or something. In the UK, credit to them, see, doing your taxes is actually quite easy. And well, it depends on who you are and what you've got and if you're selling stuff and all of that. But the HMRC website, absolute credit to them, it's fairly easy to do. And this year, I had the benefit of using ChatGPT. So if there's something that I came across, like, do you have any capital gains tax to declare? And I'm like, what the fuck's that? So I asked ChatGPT, and it's like, nah, you're cool, man, don't worry about that. So I found my taxes this year much easier to do than previous years. And I didn't have that feeling of like dread, the sort of dyscalculia, self-hate and self-loathing. So maximum respect for doing it in America, because I think it's a lot harder to do over there. And well done for everybody for cracking stuff through. Supersweetbot.cc. Oh, aye. Cool, Llama. Thanks very much. I will check that out. I think it's just a browser source. Dynamite Llama, thanks very much. I'll have a wee look at that. I'll figure out how to use it. If you're employed, your work just does it all? Aye. Well, I'm freelance in the BBC, but I've put myself down as PAYE, which means they just do all my tax, like my BBC tax. And then the only tax that I need to do is Twitch stuff, merch stuff, and freelance commissions. But now I'm a director of a limited company for this film. So now I've got other obligations that I need to do once a year as well. But again, see, setting up a company as well, ChatGPT, massive help. A massive help. Just like, I'm in the UK, I need to set up a limited company. It needs to be blah, blah, blah. Could you give me... And it gave me like 16 bullet points of like, right, here's what to do. And it was fucking brilliant. It really worked great. They don't pay taxes out there, pay like we do. They have to submit and then pay every year, I think. Tax used to make me feel sick. See, just seeing the word tax written down, I'd be like, oh. But now I've sort of got a bit better at it all. So you need to do your tax there even if you're employed. It's fucked. It's fucked. I have an accountant who needs me to itemise income and expenses she doesn't recognise. Fuck's sake. Good luck, mate. We'll pay up to 60% a year. Anyway. I know, you're right. You're right. Okie dokie. We're going to go in for another big thing. Danda says, can you make me co-director? But I do nothing, so I can just put it on my CV and go, look at this. No. I could have done it when I was setting it up. It was asking me if I want to give shares to anybody and stuff like that. So I was going to give a share to Fred for a laugh. But it turns out you need to be over 18. And I don't think dog years are acknowledged by HMRC, so I never bothered. However, I can help you set up a company if you want. Turns out it's a piece of piss, man. You can do it in about 2 hours. Can Beeb have shares? Is he over 18? Also, I think Beeb's in a wee bit of criminal bother just now, for what I've been reading. So, I don't know. Like, I'm cool with Beeb's criminality, but like, I don't know if I would want to enter like a partnership with him, because he is like a wee criminal, apparently. Hello, Helen Julie 54. Welcome in. How's it going? I don't want the heat exactly, Super D. Do you know what I mean? I'm cool with him. Mods, are you hovering? I've got a funny feeling, Mods. Have you's got a funny feeling as well? Helen Julie, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Welcome in, Helen Julie 54. Just got a wee feeling. Let's see how it goes and if I'm right. Anyway. Mac, how you doing, Mac? I didn't see you in Macaroni Prince. What's even happening? Can you give me an honorary doctorate so I can stick that on my CV? Aye. Easy. The other box of the cage arrives today and it's bigger than me. To be fair, Llama, it's not very difficult. I really want to see Beeb's new cage. I really want to see Beeb's new cage. I will testify that Beeb is 18 plus. Oh, well, I mean, if I can put you down as a reference, Cosmo Toro, I'm sure HMRC and Company's House will be fine with that. Be absolutely fine with that. I don't know what I'm doing for my next 25 minutes, I'm going to be honest with you. I need to go through an email. Right, are we ready to get tore in, everybody? We're ready to start work again? Okay. What you have to do right now is declare to yourself what you're going to get done in the next 25 minutes. Doesn't need to be anything big, but just what you're going to achieve. You're going to tidy up, you're going to email somebody, what is it you're going to do? We're about to begin. Right, everybody lock in. Are we locked in? Llama's going to wash up. I'm going to go through this big email chain. What are you going to do? Feel free to stick it in chat if you want, and feel free to not stick it in chat if you don't want. But what we have to do is fucking lock in, right? Productivity mode. Go. I was waiting for a drop there, but the drop didn't happen. Right, I'll see you in 24 minutes, everybody. Right, get some shit done, man. We're getting shit done today, okie dokie. Okie dokie, I'll see you in 24 minutes, 47 seconds. What was that?
Imagine now that we have a simple open wire transmission line that extends to infinity.
I think I'll turn this up a wee bit. Let me know if it's too loud in just a sec when it kicks in.
Imagine now that we have a simple open wire transmission line that extends to infinity.
Dando, see if you're still in. Could you DM me your mobile number and email address, please? Alright, folks. It looks like we're on a 5-minute break. You into it? I think I've got most of my things done that I need to get done. So maybe that is my last sprint for today. Has everybody got all the stuff done that they need to get done? I'm in a meeting at 6 o'clock, so I've got another production meeting at 6. And I need to do just some real life stuff before then. So I'll probably call it a day there, if that's all right. You did the taxis. Well done, B. Dolan, man. Well done. Lumperly says, finished what I wanted to get done a little early and I posted a photo in Discord. So I'm going to tidy my workspace for 8 minutes. All the very best with that, Lumperly. Digital Falcon asks, is 10:30 called 10:30 after a synth? No, it's a far right dog whistle. And John Gemstone, welcome in, Electro Style. Beef says, any Windows OS people use Power Toys? No, but I've heard it's really good. That guy Dave, somebody, the YouTuber, says it's really good. It isn't a far right dog whistle, by the way. Fermin, how you doing? Thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in. How's it going? Are you a brand new subscriber? If we got a brand new subscriber, I hope you didn't just subscribe there because I said that it was a far right dog whistle, because that was a lie. I just made a wee joke. Fermin, thank you very, very much for subbing. I hope you enjoyed your bubble blast there. And listen, Fermin, you might not know this, but every first-time subscriber gets a bit of one-on-one eye contact. So could everybody who isn't Fermin please look away now? Fermin, this is your eye contact. I hope you enjoyed that, Fermin. Everybody, you can look back now. Fermin, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome in. I think you'll like it here. Hello, Daniel Philip Johnson. Welcome in. How you doing? So who gets some stuff done? Cherryburn says, this has brought me right back on target after a super slumpy day today. Love the bones of you, mate. Thanks so much for the stream. Hey, no bother, Cherryburns. I'm glad you were able to get stuff done, and thanks for joining. Captain Spork, thanks for the vibes as well. This was so good for my afternoon productivity. I'm done for the day, Lumperley. That sounds amazing, man. Lindsay Jobby says, nowhere near it. At least you've maybe chipped away at some stuff that you had to get done. Mean Million says, they had a jolly good session. That's all we can ask for, basically. Benzo Kane says, I wouldn't mind these becoming semi-regular. We might do like one a week, right? The next couple of months coming up, I do have a lot of work to do, and I would like to continue streaming as I'm doing it, right? So we'll see how it goes. Boona did their emails and ate their crisps as well. That's what I love to see. I might go and have a wee bag of crisps myself to reward myself. But amazing, everybody. Thanks for looking away, everybody. Dolan has peaked. Fucking yes, man. I really enjoyed being uncomfortable. No bother. Andy says, what's your hat referring to? Obviously racism, but anything specific? Aye, Andy Johnson. It's a bit of merch from B. Dolan, who's in chat. And obviously, my interpretation of this is that it's a pastiche of the Donald Trump pish, Make America Great Again. I think it's a cool thing, man. And if you want to buy one of these, I'm sure Dolan will stick his Bandcamp link in chat. It's a worthwhile endeavour. What a great guy, man. But Andy Johnson, welcome in. Welcome in. Macaroni Prince says, I sat perfectly still and just watched all of you. Is it? I hadn't realised till just now. I mean, I don't know if it is. That's only my interpretation of it. But other folk might have their own interpretation of it. It might be a coincidence. I don't know. Lamachan did their washing up. Fucking yes, man. That is class. I've done a lot today. However, when Rachel comes in, she might not see that I've done a lot. So what I would like to do is do all the house stuff within the next hour. And I've got 1 hour to do that because I need to be sitting back here for 6 o'clock to go into another production meeting. So I'm going to go and do some house stuff just now, if that's all right. Dando, my system on AliExpress, right? I get my glasses from AliExpress. In brief, here is my system, okay? The frames on glasses are often the most expensive part of your glasses, right? And there's mainly one company in the world that sells glasses frames. It's a company called Luxottica. And they are cunts because they charge a lot of money just for a bit of acetate, right? And you don't need to spend that much money on glasses frames. So what you do is you go into an optician's and you find frames that you kind of like. In my instance, the frames that I like are from a company called Moscot, Moscot. Then you go onto AliExpress, you type in Moscot, you will get fake Moscot frames. They look different, right? They do look different. They're slightly different sizes, whatever, right? But the deal is, they're only about £10. Sometimes they're only about £5. So what you can do is, buy all your frames on AliExpress, and then you try them on. Once they arrive, takes a couple of weeks to get to you, but they're pennies, man. They're just a couple of pounds. So when your frames get to you, you try them on. You can even return the ones that you don't like. And when you've found frames that you like, you can then buy more of the same frame in different colours if you want, whatever. But you then take the frames to an optician. And the optician will sort the lenses out. So it means that your lenses are, like, I wouldn't trust the internet to fucking figure out all the lens physics and stuff like that. I want a real optician to do that. So you pay the optician to do all of that, and you save money by supplying the frames yourself. And when I did it, absolutely no bother at all. They just took the frames. We're like, all right, we'll give you a shout in a week or so. Job done. Absolutely fine. Remember as well that for every eye test you do in Scotland, it's free. The government pays for it because we are like better. We're just better, man. Scotland, we're better, right? So the government pays for our eye tests, but the optician gets money from the government. So I highly recommend, don't go to the big chain opticians. Go to family-owned independent opticians, and usually they will give you a better treatment, right? Don't go to Boots. Don't go to Specsavers. Don't go to any. Go to like fucking Frank's optician or whatever, right? And I mean, you don't need to. That's just, you know, if you're sort of politically, if you care about all that sort of stuff. But the big thing is AliExpress for frames. Buy tons, dead cheap. Try them on. The ones that you like, take them to an optician, and they will sort it all out for you, and you'll save a couple £100. There you go. There you go. I wonder why people is protected in chat. But Avgas says, good to see you, chat. Same. I was glad to hear your meeting went well with the council, locations and filming. Hope the day goes well in general and tomorrow too. And you, Avgas, and you. I should be streaming tomorrow. I've got a doctor's appointment about 3:30, but I should be streaming. These aren't blue light, no, but they do have an anti-reflective coating on them. How much for lenses at an optician? Depends on your prescription. I can't mind. I can't remember. But you would be paying for that anyway if you went to an optician to get glasses. Do you know what I mean? So with my method, you're just saving money on the frames. But let me know how it goes. Hello, Ryman Official. Welcome in. How's it going? Well, listen, everybody. That's me done for today, I think. I'm going to go and do a bit of tidying up. And I'm bang on schedule. Ferman, thanks very much for the new sub. President Muffley, thanks for subbing. Tommy Bobbins, John the Human, EK Dons. And everybody, thanks very much for coming in. Right, let's see who we can bloody well raid. Oh, I've had a great day. And Dando, thank you very much for providing the inspiration and motivation for me, if you know what I'm on about, to be so bloody productive today. I'm going to raid somebody I haven't raid before, right? I'm going to raid Les Dennis, friend of the stream, extended friend of the stream, sort of within the community. So we're going to go and do that, right? Thanks once again, everybody, for coming in. If I'm not on tonight, I will be on tomorrow. I've got a lot of stuff to do, so please forgive me, but I want to keep streaming because it would be good to be a big part of it. Llama, it's cool that I raid, isn't it? It's cool that I raid Les. Should I undo it? It's alright, isn't it? Right, everybody, keep it real, take it easy. My name's James Houston, and Houston's boosting. But before I go, I owe you a magic trick. See you later, folks. Give Les Dennis a follow and give them a big 10:30 welcome. And don't mind if they're a wee bit flustered. All right. See you later, everybody. And if you're not already following, hello, Q-Man Bean. Welcome in. You've joined at an unfortunate time. I'm just ending. See you later, everybody. All the best. And well done for being so bloody productive. Catch you after, everybody. All the very best. See you later. Right. Bye.